Hello, everyone, and welcome to Out for Coffee.
With Mike and Laurie.
Did I check all the boxes there,
You
Laurie?
did.
Did I introduce us correctly?
You did.
Yeah.
You did.
If I did it correct every time, you would have nothing to talk about.
That's true.
So
But
I do
now
it
I
for
don't have
you.
to discipline you, so that's.
Hi, I'm Mike Crabb.
And I'm Laurie Schultz. Welcome to the show.
We'll have some caffeinated conversation.
And maybe some special guests along the way.
Who knows where the conversation will go? You're out for coffee with Mike and Laurie.
I am HR. I am Mike and Laurie's HR.
Oh no, we're in trouble.
I am Mike and Laurie's HR.
Oh, there's some perspective.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Man, we're getting close to 50 episodes.
We're getting real close to 50 episodes.
Yeah. Even with me as the HR rep.
How did we do that?
I don't know.
I'm so proud of us.
Yeah.
Way to go.
How are you?
Keeping things fresh. I am lovely. How are you?
I am lovely.
Good. We're both just a couple of lovely folks.
Look how long my hair's getting.
It's so luscious.
I know. It's long flowing locks now.
It really is.
It
You're
is,
like
I
full
know.
Pantene commercial right now.
I know. I just start calling me Trace May.
Yeah. Not herbal essences, though. We're not doing herbal essences.
No. Sadly, no. Some people don't know what the heck we're talking about. Some people do.
But some people do.
But some people do.
Yeah. So what's the haps, Lore?
What's the haps? What's the buzz? Tell me what's happening.
Yeah.
Yeah, you like that? You like to see what I did there?
No,
you don't know what that's from, do you?
No,
Okay.
what is it from?
Can't tell you.
Okay.
I believe it was from Jesus Christ Superstar.
Oh, never saw it.
Well, I saw it once.
But
you know how sometimes things stick in here.
I often really confuse Jesus Christ Superstar with Joseph and the Technicolor Dreamcoat in my head.
Different.
I've never seen either. Maybe that's why.
I was in Joseph.
Who were you?
I had a couple of different roles.
You might have told us before.
Yeah.
Actually. Please keep going though.
I was one of the brothers who got to sing the calypso.
Okay.
As one does. And I also had to do a quick change, and I was the baker who was sent to death.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Heavy role.
It was. It was my acting chops.
Oh, well.
That I got to. My dog is whining. Can you hear it?
I can't hear him
I'm
at
not
all.
sure
What's
what his problem is. I don't know.
What's all the whining about?
What's the matter, meat man? Oh no.
I hear his little clicky clacks of his nails.
Yes. He's been having some gastrointestinal situations tonight. So I'm wondering if he's looking to head to the backyard.
Maybe.
So why don't you follow me to the backyard?
Oh God.
We're just right here. I'm just gonna open the door for him so he can go out.
Let that poor man out.
Okay. I love how he always waits.
Right until you're
we're
busy.
Recording. This is not Meatloaf's first rodeo. I'm stuck here. Hold on. Talk amongst yourselves. Mike, tell everybody about what's going on in your life right now.
I think we did that in our last episode, so I really don't know if there's much more that has changed since then. But I very much look forward to spending this time with Laurie. I literally got nothing to say without Laurie in the room.
Oh.
Did you catch all that?
I heard you had nothing to say without me.
I should have said some nasty things about you, but I wasn't quick-witted enough to come up with that.
I'd say.
Well, HR is not listening.
While HR is not listening, my God, what kind of world is it when I become HR? Times are tough, folks.
Yeah. You know what's right around the corner? Here in no time. Christmas. Gonna be here, Festivus. Man. And Festivus. More importantly to some, right?
Yeah, because some people love the hustle and the bustle of Christmas.
Yeah.
And then some of us love the airing of the grievances of Festivus.
Tis the holiday season for the airing of grievances.
Yeah. I mean, we've got other holidays in there too. We've got some Hanukkah that normally happens around that time, and other things that I don't celebrate, so I'm not super familiar with. But everyone, it's a holiday time for a lot of people.
There's a lot of wonderful things that happen that time of year. Right?
Wonderful.
Coming
it's
right
the
around
most
the corner.
wonderful time of the year.
Well, you know what makes it
according
the
to Andy
most
Williams.
fun for me and other selfish people is getting gifts.
Yeah. Yes, presents can be sent to Mike and Laurie at
P.O. box.
Yes, we need a P.O. box number.
Not yet. Maybe
Yeah,
one day.
although just look for the rotting pumpkins on my porch because they're still there.
They're gonna be there.
Yeah, they'll be here probably clean into like the March break, so you can find me.
That's your goal, eh?
If you really want to. Yeah.
What aren't you worried now that you okay, so just a little recap for some of our guests or our audience members. You haven't seen furry friend visit recently. No, you haven't had the rat come back, have you?
Oh yeah, remember my July rat?
Yeah.
No.
July.
He was my summer vacation. This is his vacation home. He was summering here. No, he summered here for one afternoon. Yeah, he's gone.
And you're not worried he's gonna make a little holiday retreat to eat some pumpkin on your front porch?
He was the backyard rat.
Oh, yeah, because they're very limited to their domesticity.
Well, there's the deck out there, and there's like bushes and trees, etc.
So you're saying there's lots of places for him to hide where you still haven't noticed he's actually still there?
He's not there because why would he? The food source dried up. He's gone.
That you know of.
Yeah. Well, you know what? And if I don't know it, I don't have a problem because he's not making himself known. So if he's there, he's quiet about it.
All right.
He's like the guy that lives in my attic. I don't know. He's there. He's quiet about it. He goes about his business. I leave a bucket of fish heads on the steps. He's good.
Yeah. Just
I don't know where I've just taken this.
Tell me what's on your wish list this holiday?
Another bucket of fish heads. Roly-poly fish heads. Eat them up.
Fish heads, roly-poly fish heads.
Thank you for knowing that because I didn't know if you would.
I remember that song came on Much Music when I was probably 11 or something like that.
Yeah.
And it was one of those WTF am I watching moments. And then it just kind of stays with you forever.
It does. And that creepy little fish heads. The creepy little voice, the voice that the hostage people take. You know what I'm talking about? Like when they call you with the ransom note. Bring $5,000.
Usually it's really low and blurry, not super high.
I've heard it both ways. How
many hostage situations have you dealt with?
I've negotiated my way through a few things, let me tell you. The voice altering thing. Anyway, it sounds like chipmunks, drunken chipmunks singing the fish heads.
I do know the voice.
People have tuned out.
They're like, okay, this is too much.
That's the end of this.
Yeah.
They're getting close to 50 episodes and the well is dry. But we should try and find the fish heads video.
Oh, I'm sure it will be quite easy. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you want some fish heads for Christmas, Mikey? What are you looking for?
I actually, what a silly question to ask you, because I knew you were going to ask me, and I am not one for much of a wish list. I guess the only thing I really need is our TV. We bought a TV not long ago, and we thought we were going to be all like cool and stylish. We got one of those like big flat screen curved TVs, so I guess technically not flat. But we love it. It's great. The other day, the second quarter of the screen, black. And then we're like, you know what? We can work with this. It's amazing how many people's face are on that section of the screen.
Yeah.
And so we're like, we'll push through. We'll get to Black Friday when there's deals on, and then we can hopefully get a decent deal on a TV.
Yeah.
And then turned off the TV, turned it on, and now the whole left half of the screen is like that. So it's prompted us to maybe watch a little less TV and actually like
literally a little less TV.
About half as much TV as I used to watch. So we now are going for more evening walks. Actually, now that it's cooler out too, it's easier to take Prudence, our English bulldog, for a walk because it's hard for her to breathe in the hot summer days. So now that
I hear you, Prudence. I
very
hear
heavy
you,
breath.
doggy. Yeah.
Yes. So
Yeah.
she's easier to walk this time of year. So we're enjoying that time a little bit better.
I have a nice big television. And guess what? Mine's almost 20 years old.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. My dad got that. It was his. And when he died, I took it.
This TV's literally 3 years old, I think.
Yeah. So they don't make them like they used to. It's not
No.
worth going with the trends.
Don't get the curved TV.
No.
We Googled it after our screen broke and we realized it's a curved TV problem.
Boo.
Dumb.
Yeah. This is a big, I think it's like a 55 or a 60 inch.
Yeah.
I never would have purchased a TV that size.
But now that you have it, you're glad you have it?
No, well, it's really big. I think it's too big for the space it's in, but what am I going to do?
Right.
Can't shrink it. There was shrinkage. It was in the pool. I can't shrink it. And so I'm going to have to wait for it to also conk out. But my dad got this, I think, in 2006.
Wow.
So it's a 16-year-old television. No, wait, that can't be right. That math isn't right.
No, it's right.
Is it right?
Yeah.
I don't know math.
It's okay. You're in HR. You don't need math.
That's right. Yeah. My dog is knocking.
Oh.
He keeps on knocking, but he can't come in. Hold on.
While you go off thing, I'll share one of my favorite things about Meaty. I like Meaty Laurie's dog. When he wants your attention, if you're like sitting at the dining room having a nice coffee with Laurie and you're enjoying the chat and you're not paying enough attention to Meaty, he does this thing where he'll stand underneath your like leg and he'll do this like little like back bump. He nudges you. Yeah. He will nudge you and bully you into making until he gets a pet. Gets a little pet out of it.
It's like the dog equivalent of the shouldering somebody. Yeah.
Yeah. Come on, man. Notice him.
I asked the vet about that. I thought, is there something wrong with him? And apparently it's an attention-seeking behavior. I don't know where the heck you would find that type of behavior. What is that? I don't know.
Just the two of you guys going around trying to get each other's attention.
Hey. Yeah. No, you know what? He is so expressive. His face. Like, I'm sure you've seen pictures of Meaty where it looks like you're looking at a human being. I have never argued with an animal until I got this dog. And he will actually argue with me.
He's got some sass.
Yeah.
And
he's headstrong.
He also very much polices the other animals in your house.
Yes, he does.
If one of the cats, if one of your cats is, because they're playful and sometimes they'll play with me when I'm not necessarily in the mood to play.
Yeah.
They'll get like really like batty with their paws and he knows I don't like it and he will very much chase them off. He gives them lip.
He'll tell me when something's wrong too. Like if I'm in the living room and he sees from the couch because he likes to sit on the couch and survey his kingdom.
Okay. Take it all in.
If one of the cats jumps up, the cats like to stand on the stove and look out the window over at the neighbor's house. And if the cat jumps up on the stove, Meaty is on it, barking and running over to where the cat is. And the cat knows, okay, obviously I'm busted.
So he's the HR of your household.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's a hierarchy. Is Meaty, then Laurie, then the cats.
Speaking of stove, can I tell you something?
Of course.
I can't believe I'm actually going to admit this out loud.
Okay.
Not a lot of people know this, but you were saying, what do I want for Christmas?
Yeah.
And if I had thought this through, this happened a couple years ago, but this should have been on my Christmas list. But instead, I just went and splurged myself.
Okay.
And I didn't need to. I made a stupid mistake.
Hold on. Laurie,
you heard it
with
here
a regret?
First, kids. Well, it was a regret that cost me almost $1,000.
Okay.
Another appliance.
There you go. Between your computer?
Yeah. Wasn't the computer this time.
Right.
And this was
tell me what happened.
Okay. So when I moved into this house, the appliances came with the house.
Right.
And one day I noticed, because the way my kitchen is if you come in my side door, you can go straight downstairs or you can go up 3 stairs into the kitchen.
Yeah, it's like a little landing.
Yeah, so if you go up the 3 stairs, you look directly at the side of the stove, which is on the wall, right? So you see the side of the stove and then the counter. One day I came in and I thought, oh my God, my stove is on. Because as I was coming up the stairs, it's the glass top stove.
Right.
So the glass top piece sits on the stove piece and there's a little tiny space in between and it was glowing orange, which is where Yeah. So when you turn the burners on, it glows orange, and that's where you see the burners on the top.
Of course.
So I was coming up the stairs. I'm like, why is my stove glowing orange? And I'm looking, and it looks like the burners are on.
Oh.
But the burners are not on. They're not turned on. And they're warm to the touch. And I'm
Okay,
like,
that's gonna be
what
my
is
next question.
happening?
Yeah.
So I'm thinking, is there like an electrical problem with this stove? My first thought is, my house is going to burn down while I'm gone.
Yeah.
Right. Then I thought, oh, maybe I have a ghost.
Of course, that's the most logical second
First thing,
explanation.
Right? Yeah. So, of course, I put the call out on Facebook. Hey, what the heck is this all about? And everybody was like, well, maybe your cat's getting on the stove and turning the burner on, but it wasn't turned on. It was still very much in the off position on all 4 burners.
But did they see you coming in and go, and then turn it off because they knew they'd get in trouble?
I don't think so. I don't really think there was that much presence of mind with my cat.
Okay.
So I'm like, what is happening? Maybe it's just a one-off. But I would come home the next day and it would be orange again. And I'm like, oh my God, my house is going to burn down. So I called around to a couple of repair shops. And they're like, this is weird. I've never heard of this before. I'm like, am I going to die? Are my pets going to die while I'm at work? Oh my God, oh my God. And then one guy said to me, we could come out and have a look at it. And if it's a motherboard problem, it's going to be really expensive to fix. And it's probably going to cost you a couple $100 to have it investigated.
Okay. So that's like, a lot of investment.
It is. So if I have to pay $200 to have someone come out and then they tell me it's broken and either I need a new motherboard or I have to go get a new stove.
Okay.
So I thought, forget it. I'm just going to buy a new stove.
Cut to the chase. Yeah. Right. Get the new stove.
So I went to a local appliance and furniture store in town, and they had the stove that I currently have now on sale. And I thought, perfect. The universe is speaking my language. It's on sale. They're going to deliver it. They're going to take the old stove away.
Okay.
Perfect. Get it all hooked up. Everything's great. Go to work the next day, come back, and it's friggin' orange.
Why?
This is where I am an idiot.
Okay. Well, let's relish in this moment for a second.
My stove is directly under a window in the kitchen. It was
Laurie,
sunlight coming in and reflecting and making it warm and making it glow orange.
That's so logical. That's very logical.
And it only cost me $1,000 damn dollars.
Well,
so I could have asked for a new stove for Christmas, but I couldn't wait that long. That year. No. Is that not the dumbest thing you've ever heard?
That's pretty silly.
It's not just silly. It's downright financially foolish.
Of course. Now, your heart was in the right place. I would not want a faulty stove in my house if I was actually worried that it was glowing on its own and warm. Now, sun warmth is very different from burner warmth. Even if you put the burner on low.
It wasn't hot to the touch, but it was warm. And I'm thinking, like, if it was malfunctioning, maybe it wouldn't get super hot, but maybe over time it would. Like, I don't know. Now I know. Look, a first-time homeowner, never had to buy appliances before. I learned my lesson. How stupid.
Yeah, well, I'm sure you got a new warranty or something on it. So now it lasts you a little longer.
Maybe. The appliances don't last very long.
There's a silver lining there somewhere.
As we know, they don't last as long as they should.
No. Well, that's one of the benefits of living in an apartment building where, yes, I pay rent, but we don't have to worry about that stuff because something goes kaput. You make a phone call, and typically before the end of the day, it's taken care of.
Schneider shows up.
Who's Schneider?
One day at a time. Like the
What's
old
one day at a time? I've never even heard of One Day at a Time.
It was an 80s sitcom.
Okay.
Yeah, about a single mom, and Valerie Bertinelli was one of the daughters, and Mackenzie Phillips was the other daughter.
Okay.
And Schneider was like the handyman who showed up and with his toolkit and his little mustache. He looks like if you ordered Magnum from Wish, you'd get Schneider.
Got it.
Yeah. Okay.
So yeah,
Lady Schultz. Okay.
That's how we take care of things here.
Yeah, but that has nothing to do with Christmas.
No,
it
doesn't.
But tell me about what's your Christmas wish this year, Mike? It doesn't have to be something you want, gift wise.
I wish.
Don't ask for world peace.
No. If only.
If
A wish
only.
could just make that happen, right? I wish that I have. Is it a wish? Like I feel like this is not English for me to wish for something to come next. But I because it feels like more of I hope is more Englishly appropriate. So
Hope is fine. I'll go with hope.
I hope I have an opportunity over the next year to start exploring new things. And by new, that's very vague. I want to be able to. So as we mentioned in a few episodes ago, I'm going to be doing some more performing coming up in February.
Yes.
And I very much look forward to that. And I think there's more things in that regard. And I think you've said this before, Laurie, too, that you hope that there's more on stage opportunities for you.
Yeah.
And I hope the same, not just for performing, but things like emceeing and all that. I just hope that there's more opportunity to get out there and enjoy our community a little bit more and make some memories with people, because that I think that would just be lovely. And I think I need to look for more opportunities to do stuff like that, because it's fun.
Because it's fun.
That's what I hope. Selfishly, I hope that I can get out there and have more fun.
Yeah, I agree with you. I also want to have more fun.
Well, let's find ways to have fun then, I guess.
Girls just want to have fun.
We do.
And
Yes, we
and
do.
boys.
Yeah.
And I don't know.
And the Robs. How's Rob doing today?
Rob is asleep at the switch.
There he goes. Yeah.
Rob's checking his stove right now.
Right. Sorry. Yeah. Sorry. I just had to leave the room to check the stove.
Yeah. Have you been, Rob?
I have been well, thank you. Yeah. Yeah.
What's your Christmas wish this year? Do you have anything in mind that you would love to
I tell you what,
happen?
I already know I'm going to get my Christmas wish.
Oh, well, that's refreshing.
What's your Christmas wish?
My Christmas wish is to have my kids here.
I knew you were going to say that.
Yep.
Well, and knowing that your kids do a lot of traveling,
they do.
It's probably not often that you get to see them home.
Well, I mean, we sort of hope that the holiday time will be a chance to all get together. Of course, this particular year, we had the chance to get together with them in Scotland back in August, and that was a great time. But yeah, they just fairly recently informed us that they've made plans to come home for Christmas, and so I'm excited to get to see them. Yeah, and it's
it's very heartwarming.
It is.
That is right up there with world peace, isn't it?
Oh, I think so. It's definitely it's peace in my world. I'll tell you that, because my wife is absolutely over the moon.
I bet.
And you know what they say, happy wife, happy life. So
right. Hey, I got a Christmas question for you, Rob. Are you the type of shopper? Do you do your shopping nice and early, or are you a last minute shopper?
I am a last minute shopper, I have to admit. Yeah, for
Scurry,
sure.
Scurry around looking for the.
Yeah, absolutely.
Now, do you find it easy? Because specifically with your wife, Laurie, is she easy to buy for, or are you like really like looking for ideas all the time, and that's why it's tough?
Well, I am always looking for ideas. I will say that. But yeah, I have a couple of go-to things, and they seem to have worked in the past. So
just keep doing it until she's sick of it, is what you're saying.
That's right.
Well, we know we need to get Laurie a Tide pen, because she just spilled all over herself, I'm pretty sure.
Water this time.
Okay.
Water this time. Good stuff. Laurie, do you like shopping early? You like shopping early, don't you?
I started shopping in like July for Christmas.
Right.
Yeah.
If I see something that I'm like, ooh, I might never see that again, I will get it.
Yes. My own Laurie is exactly the same way. I mean, way early in the year. Well, I'll tell you a little story. And my son probably won't ever hear this, so I'm not too concerned about it. But
he doesn't listen. You just told me he doesn't listen.
No, not always, but he does on occasion. But he did when he sent a message to his mother to say that they were coming home for Christmas, because again, I think a lot of people know that my son travels all the time, he and his family, and they are actually traveling. When they come home at Christmas time, they will be arriving from Las Vegas, I believe it is.
Cool.
Yeah. And so he sent a little note to remind his mother that they travel all the time. They live in an RV full time, and when they arrive for Christmas, they will be arriving, each of them, with a single backpack, and those backpacks will be full of everything that they will need for they'll be here for about a month around Christmas or New Year's kind of thing. And so there won't be an awful lot of room to pack a whole lot of stuff into those backpacks to return to their US destination at the end of their visit. So all of this was code to his mother to say, don't buy the kids like a ton of toys, and yada, 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 because
the logistics of getting that back.
We're not going to be able to get that all back with them.
Cash is king.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Well, I see that my oldest now, he's 13. He turned 13 in April. And so, any kind of cash or gift card, or, whether it's online games or whatever he gets with his gift card, that just suits him just fine.
Right.
And so, but, Laurie did have to admit that, well, she had already started Christmas shopping.
So at that point, it doesn't matter.
It doesn't really
only
matter.
All fit in a backpack because it's already done.
It's what it is. It'll be what it'll be. But
which the kids will love, and you guys will love.
Oh, sure. We'll be very happy with it. But yeah, she is definitely like probably January, February, she starts scouting for deals for the following Christmas. Yeah.
That's a good time to get wrapping paper.
It's funny. I was just about to say, she's the kind of gal who will buy wrapping paper for next Christmas when it goes on sale right after this Christmas.
It's smart.
She's a clever girl, but of course I tease her terribly because, I'm the 23rd of December shopper.
Yeah. Oh man, that takes me back to the days.
Yeah, it's if I can get a package of beef jerky sticks at the truck stop or something. It's
a good Christmas.
I'll take thoughtful gift.
I'll take a dozen of those, and everybody will get one in their stocking, kind of thing.
I'll never forget working at the Eaton Center over the Christmas holidays and the sheer panic in people as you're entering that last half hour before the mall closes on Christmas Eve, because it'd be open on Christmas Eve, right?
I'll tell you. Go ahead.
No, it's a sight. You can literally, if you're looking to do some people watching, go to any mall right before Christmas and watch those last minutes. Grab a coffee, hot chocolate, sit down.
I've done that.
Oh yeah,
it's bananas.
A couple of years ago, just while we're talking about Christmas shopping, I suppose, for whatever reason this comes to mind to it, but a couple of years ago, I was out doing that sort of semi last minute shopping, and Laurie has a clothing store that she likes stuff from, and they're very, very good about their return and exchange policy,
right?
And so she comes to know very, very well that I will go in and select something off the rack, and 9 times out of 10 I get it wrong. It's the wrong size, it's the wrong whatever, it's the wrong, you name it.
It's the thought that counts, all right?
Yeah, she is so gracious, yes. And it's the thought that counts. Also knowing that on the bottom, tucked in the bottom of that box underneath everything is the return receipt.
Sure there is.
Because exactly. And and she enjoys probably just as much the trip to the store to pick out what she actually really wanted.
That's the gift. The gift is actually the joke of what is going to be in this box.
Well,
and when do I get to go shopping?
I could get it. Pretty good at it. We'll get anything. Well, this one year I decided to buy her some earrings or something from the jewelry store. Oh. And so I head into, again, because you would understand this, Mike, but I'm in the mall and I head into this clothing store. And I say to the young lady, she says, "Oh, can I help you, sir?" Because obviously I'm I look like I'm out of place, in this woman's clothing store, and I look like I need help, which is just fine, because these folks who work in these stores, and particularly at that time of year, under the stress of Christmas shoppers and last minute guys like me, they're usually very, very gracious and more than willing to help out. I mean, that's what they do. And I'm quite happy to help them. And I said, yes, I'd like a sweater and a pair of pants or something or whatever for my wife. But as I'm speaking to her, I realized that in my other hand, I had this little bag from the jewelry store with earrings in it. And it's obvious, there's a logo on it. And so it's very obvious that I've got jewelry in my other hand. And as I get to the countertop to pay for this clothes that I decided to buy for my wife, she notices that I'm holding this little bag. She says, now, and she's behind the cash register, and there's another employee. So there's two gals, another employee just within earshot, and she's, sorting the rack or something or other. And the girl behind the cash register says to me, "Oh, jewelry and clothes, eh?" And I immediately, with a completely straight face, said, "Oh, no. Those clothes, those are for my wife. This one's for my girlfriend." And the look on your faces right now is exactly her look behind the cash register.
Well done, Rob.
Yeah.
That's
and
a Laurie moment.
She turns to her left and catches the glimpse of the other employee, the other woman who's there, who has exactly the same. She heard this. She has exactly the same look on her face. And the two of them kind of like, well, we don't want to judge at all. I said, I'm just pulling your leg. I'm just pulling your leg. And she said, "Oh my goodness, I felt so bad."
That's awesome. That's really funny.
That is funny. Oh,
I am somebody who tries to get my shopping done before December 1st.
Okay.
Wow.
Because I don't want to be competing with all that going on in the stores. I want to get it done. And if I want to go in and just be a flaneur, someone who just sits and watches,
okay,
I will do that.
I thought that was called a voyeur.
Well, that's a little different.
Okay.
A little different.
All right.
A flaneur will sit in in a mall and just be a people watcher.
Okay.
Voyeur is more of a person watcher.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. It was.
Yeah, but if I do that, it's of my own volition to sit there, and I have no pressure myself to purchase anything.
Right.
Okay.
Like I'm not in a panic to do my own buying.
Well, that's a good approach for sure.
Because with the last minute buyer, with the last minute buyer, like those ladies you're saying, Rob, that were helping you pick out the outfits and stuff. Yes, they're lovely and they're helpful, but they know they got you between a rock and a hard place, and they can sell you anything at this point.
Sure, they sure can. Yeah.
The worst part is the parking.
Oh my God, you're not kidding. Yeah,
and people are nuts in the parking lot.
It's true. Yeah.
And I just want to ram into every car I see in there, which I won't do if my insurance people are watching. I won't do it. I think about it a lot. Sometimes.
There's something about that layer of snow that covers all the painted lines and parking lots. People are like, have no idea. Suddenly have no idea that there was ever lines painted underneath all that snow.
Never
I don't know what to do.
Yeah, that's right. Oh my gosh.
People can be dumb. But no.
Well, and it's part of that last minute frenzy.
Mm-hmm.
You're so focused on, I got to get into the mall and I got to find something. I really don't even know what I'm going in for, but I got to get in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true.
Like I know somebody who gives the dumbest gifts.
Okay.
Like what?
Like, well.
She's not saying. So
no, you know what? I'll say it because he doesn't listen anyway.
That's great.
He doesn't listen. So I'll tell you. It's not always. I mean, he's been getting much better, but I got something kind of dumb from my brother a couple years ago.
Yeah.
Okay.
A few times. But this one time in particular, I open up this big box and it's a speaker with a microphone. Like, what? That was my gift. It was a speaker with a microphone.
Was his intention to give you a louder voice?
The thought was, well, hey, maybe you can take this on your, when I did my jerk merch trade show stuff.
Right.
Okay.
Why is that a dumb gift? I actually feel like that's kind of thoughtful.
It sat in a box for 2 years until Stages borrowed it. It was never opened until our Theater Woodstock Stages borrowed it for summer camp.
I could just picture you walking around doing your daily grocery shopping and stuff, just talking into it to yourself the whole time.
Be like a street preacher.
Yeah, there you go.
The end is near.
Oh, yeah.
Repent, dummies. But the problem is it has to be plugged in.
Yes, of
so
course.
you can't go too far from the wall then.
Like it's on wheels and it's like a suitcase on wheels, but it has to be plugged in. I don't understand. No,
so
I
you
mean,
can't even go tailgating with it or
it's
anything.
not like the gift was dumb. It was just like I opened it up thinking,
what?
But then he redeemed himself the next year with the air fryer.
Okay.
So,
there you go.
Okay. Oh.
But it was just, I was not expecting this speaker. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
What am I supposed to do with this thing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, before we wrap up our episode, maybe Rob and I can share.
Up.
Are you kidding?
Oh yeah. Sorry, guys.
Laurie.
What are you talking about? We
I'm
just
coming
started.
over. We'll sit down and we'll chat in person for a while too. But I'll say my brother and I, we had this rule, at a young age, we decided that our gift for one another for Christmas is going to be that we don't have to worry about buying a gift for one another for Christmas. The best gift ever. You don't have to even worry about it. So that's been easy. But I want to hear, Rob, I want to know if you've ever gotten a really dumb gift before. I'll say that my cousin was maybe well-intentioned. I was probably 13 and he bought me like a pliers, like multi-tool.
Yep.
There's nothing about Mike that's
hot wire cars with you or something.
Maybe I felt like it was maybe a gas station purchase on the way there sort of thing. But I never could understand, because I remember opening it and being like, is this from my brother? Because my brother was kind of into mechanics and stuff like that. And then my brother got something that was very brotherly for him. And I was like, no, this is meant for me. And I can't say I ever really used it, but I held on to it for a very long time. So there's probably my dud gift. Rob, did you ever have a gift that you were kind of thinking, what?
Wow. I don't think so.
No.
Every
gift is a gem, eh?
Well, yeah, I suppose, but nothing sort of jumped out at me when you mentioned that. I thought,
Well, my dad once gave me some pots and pans. I was still in high school and he's giving me pots and pans.
I was like, that's a good gift.
On the box though, it said Bon Voyage. That was the name of the pots. I'm like, what? But before we do go, I have to tell you, one of the things my brother got me that was kind of a dumb gift, but I've gotten lots of use out of.
Oh, this
We're bringing back the pickle.
How?
Pickle.
Hold on, let it do its thing. Is that it?
Oh,
that was it. Yeah.
The batteries are not dead in that yet.
No.
The yodeling pickle.
No.
Wow.
I only pull it out when it's for a good reason.
Right.
I try not to overuse it or to make it outstay its
And
welcome.
yet she just happened to have it within arm's reach.
Yes, it really was.
right beside her laptop, right there.
It's been in the same place for a year.
Yeah.
I keep it in the kitchen underneath the leaves of a plant on my little pass through.
Because
you never know.
The most.
Well, you just never know.
It's true. You'd never know when
you're
yodeling pickle.
need-
When you're going to need
pickle.
your yodeling pickle.
Well, you know what it is? I set up shop here for us to do this. So I do want to make sure it's handy whenever. If anybody's just joining us, this made its appearance a few
Don't press it
times.
again.
I'm not going to press it again.
Thank you.
It has made a couple of appearances on our show, and it is a plastic pickle.
It's practically our mascot.
From my brother. Which is funny that you have a mascot that's a pickle, Mike.
Yeah,
As someone who hates
don't like
pickles so much.
Yeah.
Well, it's not by choice. It's not my pickle. I'm
It's
just
true.
along for the ride. HR makes those
I'm
decisions.
thrusting my pickle upon you.
So here's my takeaway from this episode is Rob has yet to receive a bad gift.
Oh man.
Our challenge is to get Rob the worst gift we possibly can. I challenge
Well,
you to that.
I'm not saying I've never gotten a bad gift.
Oh,
That's what you just
backtrack,
told us.
backtrack.
Well, it doesn't seem to jump out at me, and there's nothing kind of comes to mind, I suppose. No,
Not like a traveling speaker that you have to plug in.
no.
We're gonna get you a gift so bad that it scars you for life, and you're never gonna be able to forget how awful that gift was. We'll see what we can do. Anyways,
Love Mike and Laurie.
Yes.
And on that note, thank you everyone for joining us today and for coming out for coffee
With Mike and Laurie.
See you soon, Rob,
And
as
Rob.
well.
Bye now.
Bye, guys.
And the pickle.
Oh yeah.
Bye. Play us out, Laurie.
Okay, wait. There it is.
End the episode. Do you have questions, comments, or ideas for a future show? Reach out to Mike and Laurie on their social media, Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook, or email us at mikeandlauriesocials@gmail.com.